But my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises. You ain't stopping this, cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence, I got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm on it, honest, I'm gonna launch quick, then I'm gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5, I'm rocking, and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, so stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb.
What is up, people? How you guys doing today? So here's what's going down. Basically just wanted to get some shit off my chest. Just so everyone knows, I will be live streaming again a little bit later on with, you know, actual important shit that actually matters to everybody. This is kind of me just, you know, venting, getting everything out, because I don't like the way some things have been going down, and I sure as hell don't like, you know, the fakeness that I've been seeing. So let's get right into it. Obviously, you know, a few weeks ago, I made my personal decision that we live on a globe and not flat Earth, and obviously, you know, and it was expected. You know, some people didn't agree with what I decided, and at the same time, the majority of flat earthers that I know and have formed bonds with, you know, still stick with me and understand that that's my personal belief, and that I also have much more important shit to get out there. I've always been respectful. I've always worked under the guides that, you know, I don't know everything. I don't know, you know, shit. If you want to talk about everything, I don't know anything. And I believe that none of us do. We can build and we can, you know, get as much information out there as we can and try to figure this out. The issue that I've always had is those people that are spreading quote unquote truths, and maybe they don't really understand what they're saying. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they just have a good idea of what everyone else wants to hear, so they say it. You know, that kind of a small problem. You know, so in my personal views, there's only one thing that really needs to be consistent with everybody, and that's truth. Now, everyone's truth is not going to be the same. Everyone's truth may have a different path. My path, you know, led me to led me to today, and my decisions I made a few weeks ago, and I'm sticking by it. I'm still the same person. My views haven't changed. Like I said, I never was a flat Earth proofs type person. Most of you guys know that a lot of my views were different than the average flat earther, but yeah, it's just what it is. So let's get into what I was really wanting to talk about. And let me say again, when I made my decision for myself that I do believe we live on a globe, I knew the conversation between people that I do know and have regular conversations with would obviously sway from, you know, the agreeing about an idea of where we live to a why do you feel this way type conversation, which is perfectly fine with me. I enjoy those conversations. I thoroughly enjoy building with all the people that I talk to. If you guys, you know, were here for the last stream, me, Seek, and Find had a conversation, and it went perfectly fine. You know, respectful and you know, everything. The way I see it is if you decide that, you know, you think I'm a shill, you think I'm an agent, you think I lie, it does not matter, then you don't know me. You don't need to be here. You don't need to be in my life, basically, is what I'm saying. I've come to the realization that no one thinks alike, so I can't fault somebody because they don't think like I do. I think it's better to have a group of people in your life that don't agree with everything you say, because then you get to learn. You get to hear new ideas. You get to bounce things off people. You know, it's life. It's just the way it is. Now, what is it when you start hearing what, you know, people are calling echo chambers? That's the scary part. My boy Drez did a live stream last night, and he's been doing streams, and it's kind of been about, you know, the people teaching this information to others, and how dangerous is that, you know? And he said something last night that really, really, you know, sparked something. And he said, the teachers aren't the dangerous ones. It's the students. The students that don't have a mind for themselves. The students that are willing to listen and believe anything, quote unquote, the teacher says. And yeah, that's the reality of it. A long time ago, I realized something right away. There is a group of people here on YouTube, and this is only for YouTube. There is a group of people here on YouTube who feel comfortable enough to get on live streams, whether it be others' panels or their own streams, and have conversations and talk and express their beliefs and put themselves out there. There's also, you know, there's a group of people that love being in the chat, expressing themselves there, and that's kind of, you know, where they're comfortable at, and that's great. That's perfectly fine. You know, that's just where they want to be. Perfect. Then there's people that, you know, are here, you know, and you see it every single live stream. Compared, you know, that watching now count compared to who's actually in the chat, you know, it's usually higher. That means there are people, you know, they're doing their own thing, they're working, they're doing chores, or just whatever, you know, just relaxing and just listening in. They want to just listen in. Cool. I believe, and I've always believed, anything I say here isn't meant to go into your brains and stay there as what I said to be true, period. But again, everyone's truth is different. Everyone's path to the truth is different. I'm only a stepping stone, maybe just a, you know, something that just sparks into your brain. So an idea or a situation can be then researched, and your own journey of that research be started. That's all that's what anybody live streaming's information should be, or even anybody, any conversation you have. It's all it should be. Never should you just go, that person said this, that person is, you know, they're right about everything, because no one is. Now, if I sat here and never expressed to you guys that I was like, I do believe we live on a globe, and I just stayed a flat earther, and I started pushing things that I didn't believe or I didn't understand right, that would make me a shill. That would make me an agent. Understand, if I was a shill or an agent, I wouldn't be announcing on my live streams for a thousand people who view that video that I did, the stream that I did announcing my decision. I wouldn't have done that. Why would I walk away from a check? Why would I risk all the relationships I've started and have on this forums? That's the reality of it. So the people that I know, I'm now coming across randomly going, you were never a flat earther, you're a shill, you know, that just shows your guys' ignorance, those people. Because I don't know if a lot of people even remember, but and I've expressed this 1,000 times, and any flat earther should be able to understand what I'm saying about it. No one becomes a flat earther. for the respect of it. Every flat earther that has been here on YouTube that I know for the past year and a half, 2 years, you become a flat earther, you better get some thick fucking skin if you're going to put yourself out there, because there are thousands of people, thousands of, let's not say people, we'll say trolls, waiting to just put you down, try to crush your spirit, everything you are about, they want to just diminish. You don't become a flat earther because you like being called a fucking idiot. You don't become a flat earther because you like someone telling you that everything you think of and everything you look into is wrong. Period. So all that you're a fake flat earther, no one does that. If there are fake flat earthers, then there's an agenda behind it. For instance, money. Now, let me make something very clear. Super chats, PayPal accounts, all those things are fine. Patreons, 100% fine. You can't knock anybody for trying, putting, a way for viewers or anyone to put forth their donations. Hopefully they're not using it for, drugs or anything stupid. Maybe, for instance, I do have a PayPal link. Anything that I've put down that anyone has given to me has gone right back to this computer. If you guys understood what I was like, if I took pictures of every setup I've had, you'd understand that. When I started on YouTube, like my very first live streams, I was on a Chromebook laptop. If anybody who knows what a Chromebook laptop is, it's like a laptop. It's like a mini laptop basically. It's nothing big. You can't put really big memory on it. You can't do any good programs. I couldn't even use OBS. Now, I got 3 screens I'm sitting in front of right now. A desktop computer that used to be a gaming computer. I don't worry about anything on here now. What does that do? It makes it so I have 3 screens, 3 web browsers open, doing research, trying to figure out stuff that I need to figure out to try to get out there to you guys. Everything that I've gotten has gone straight to this computer and has improved my live streams for you. For instance, all the information I've been getting, all the stuff I share on my live streams would be significantly harder to do. I'd get less information out. I'd be able to research less, all the above. So, like I said, making money or promoting yourself, putting yourself out there, putting a super chat as an option, PayPal in your description links, I don't fault no one for that. Not one person at all. But there is a difference between that and putting your super chat out there, your PayPal link out there, your Patreons, you name it, and going every 10 minutes saying, "Do this for, hey, support me. Put up a super chat." Putting stuff like, "I'll read your comments if you're in the super chat." That means also, ignoring people's comments in the chat because they didn't put it in a super chat. Or, donate to your PayPal. Believe it or not, there are YouTube channels on here that run private and only paid subscribers get those links when they go live. That to me, unless, I am nowhere near that source of information where I can be like, hey, it's $1 per live stream to you even to acknowledge that I'm even here. I'm nowhere. It would take decades for me to get to. I don't have those skills. I don't have those wants. I'm not trying to do that. But there are people, 1,000% here on YouTube in our community, whether it be Flat Earth or Globe, that are pushing narratives based on keeping that dollar up. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's not just Flat Earth, and it's not just a globe. Matter of fact, I'll say it right now. The people that are Globers, that live stream, that I'm talking about right now, are far worse than any Flat Earther that does it. Because they're the ones who were talking mad shit months ago about fucking, oh, well, this stream and that stream, all they're doing it for is the money. All they do is ask for money, and then they turn around. Red's rhetoric, and all they're about is every live stream they do, some kind of fundraiser, some type of pay me this or pay me that. I'm sorry, Red rhetoric, that fucking asshole, he asked for more money than any flat earther I can talk about. Every live stream is about for money for something. That man's got P900s, the P1000, all based on give me your money. That man just did a fucking trip to a rocket launch. Understand, rocket launches and all that shit is his hobby. If he didn't have live streams, he would do that anyway. He's talking about on a live stream, I need to be able to get there. I need gas, I need food, and a place to sleep. Give me your money. What kind, like, that's bullshit. That right there is what makes PayPal, Super Chats, GoFundMe, Patreons, that makes those things make people look greedy. But at the same time, it opens your eyes to see what type of person and type of narrative will come out based on that. So, now it's my fun time. Bro Sanchez, you like to push this narrative like you about truth. People, here's one thing you can do so you don't even have to think that I'm just talking shit. Any person that has a super chat or a PayPal that you can donate to, if they're talking about it on a regular basis, go back in the past and listen to their live streams, and then fast forward to now and listen to their live streams. You'll notice something. Their beliefs, their truths, their information they give you, it's like a roller coaster that goes around and around and around. It goes up, it goes down, this and that, but it never coexists on someone's actual way they would think. It would be impossible for me to be like, for instance, I do a lot of, like information on like weather modification, this geoengineering stuff, right? But then like, I notice all of a sudden I got a lot of Globers in my chat, and they're donating to me. And then suddenly I'm like, nah, the government, they're cool. They don't spray. They don't have their interests at heart. They're not money hungry. If I started pushing that narrative, it'd be real clear that I was pushing a narrative to keep that dollar. Well, that's what Bro Sanchez is doing. That man yesterday acted like he don't know who the fuck I am. I can tell you now, I got two streams that I did that he came here and got on my panel talking about what's good, family. How many times have the people that been in this chat heard him say, what's up, truth soldier? What's up, frontline? Bro Sanchez, you know who the fuck I am. Don't act like you don't. Don't push the narrative that I'm somebody else or I'm some kind of shill or evil person, because your fan base, I'm sorry, not even fan base, it's your panel will think differently of you. Why do you need to say super chat 17 times in a live stream? Because you didn't a year ago. You made an announcement that YouTube is your sole income. Okay, well, check this out. Yesterday, guys, then this is where it all crux from. Yesterday I got home, saw it on the live stream, and went into his chat, started chatting it up with some people. And, again, nothing but respect to any flat earther that's cool with me, because I'm cool with you. I got nothing but, for instance, Musician for Truth. Man, you pushed flat earth like a real person, like a human, like a fucking honest man. I know you may be upset or not happy about the fact that I decided to be glow, but I hope you respect me, because I still respect you. I wouldn't be sitting right here in my chair talking shit about any flat earther in my chat because now I'm a globe. I think it's a globe. That's bitch to me. No one should be acting like that. So, like I said, I heard him say something that resonated, and so I'm in his chat, and he says something to the effect of, "Hey Sean, I sent you a link. Come on the panel." Well, I wasn't feeling getting on the panel. Had just got home from work, So I typed in the chat, hey, bro Sanchez, just got off work. I'm exhausted. Don't really want to get on the panel. He went live and put it out there and went, you a bitch. Typing and reading is harder than getting on a panel. Nah. Getting on a panel with 9 people who talk over each other and want to talk shit, that's far more exhausting than typing to people that I have respect for and actually want to have a conversation with. Nah, the panel is a pain in the ass. Exactly. You disapprove of a flat earth idea, they call you a shill. It's right off the bat. I've always said that's funny, If somebody called me a shill, where did they get their information that I was? Then you got to think, hey man, you got to be probably, you probably got to know some people to find that kind of stuff out. So who are you? Who do you know? But back to what I was saying. So he made it basically sound like I was being a bitch about not going on the panel. Actually, I was tired, so I didn't. I had just gotten off a 13-hour day. But here's the funny part. Here's what actually got me to this point. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard him talk about he believes that craters are quarries. Personally, I've worked in a quarry. I can tell you right now, it's not what he's saying is not true. Now, I don't believe, unless necessary, like right now, I believe this is necessary. I don't believe in calling people out in a chat or just randomly on a panel. And especially for no reason. What no one knew at the time when he called me out to go on the panel is that I had actually already emailed him. I had emailed him probably about 15 minutes before I had even entered the chat. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up, so you guys can know that I'm not bullshitting you. So you guys can see that. You guys can see exactly what went down. So let me get this up real quick. All right. I'll do it this way. Hang on 1 second. Because I want you guys to see exactly how it went down and why I feel it was actually pretty bitch to do that. Because again, 15 minutes before any conversation was to be had, this is exactly how it went down. Go ahead and get this up real quick. All right, here we go. I'll just do it this way. So it said, there you go. It said, actually, let me go this way so I can move it. Make it a little bigger so you guys can see it. And yeah, well, shit, my shit's out there anyway. Don't matter. So, goes down like this. So there, hey, wondering if you would be interested in a debate in regards to your belief that craters are quarries. A one-on-one, obviously. I believe my knowledge of the topic to show they are not quarries. Have a discussion tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. By that time I hadn't said, and I said, one-on-one, obviously respectful. And that was it. I made it, pretty clear that, this is where I'm coming from. This is what I was thinking would be a good idea. I'd like to have this conversation. Now, here's the crazy part on this. After I said that, I'm exhausted, don't want to be on your panel, he took my wrench. Now, get this, I don't really mind. I don't mind at all. I used to be in the aspect of how important the wrenches are. And they're not really that important, right? But it was why he did it. He said, I don't know you. I don't know how you act, this, that. And I didn't agree with it. Hang on 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry. Apologize for that, guys. So and I didn't agree with why he did it. He said he didn't know me. He said, I can't have you as one of my mods. Well, here's a kicker to it. My chat isn't his chat. I run my streams differently than he runs his streams, so I can't fault him for his decision. But the whole I don't know you, what kind of person would I be if I had you as my mod, is what threw the red flags to me. Bro Sanchez pushes these narratives based on what his panel and the people that on a regular basis will donate to his super chat. Now, nothing is wrong with donating to his super chat. Having a super chat, there's nothing wrong. To be honest, I'm almost there. What kind of person would I be if I'm sitting here going, all super chats are bad? I'm going to have a super chat. Why? Because as far as I'm concerned, I'll be proud of the fact that I finally got to 1,000. I'll be proud of the fact that I can improve my information. But my narrative, my truth, my information will never change for that. You will never hear me talk about, hey guys, see that little $sign under in the chat? Please go ahead and click that. If you want to say something, please put it there, and then I'll let you know. I'll express it to the people. It doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way. Why? Because if I'd work that way, then my narrative would be pushed to make more money. See how that works? It shouldn't work that way. And I can prove every bit of it. So, again, he took my wrench. Someone in the chat that I know he does not agree with, someone that is actually part of the black community, was in the chat at the same time. And for him to look good in that conversation, he made it like, we all have different beliefs. We all think differently. We all, what kind of person would I be blocking her because I think differently? Right? Well, dude, you just got done talking about how I can't be a mod, how I'm this, I'm that, because I have a different idea than you do, Bro Sanchez. Yet you want to make it seem like, you're the good guy in the other situation. It's playing both sides. That's that roller coaster I was talking about. And it doesn't make sense. And it just doesn't make any sense. So it's, as far as I'm concerned, and also one of the things that really made me start thinking about where we live is that attitude, that roller coaster of beliefs, the stuff that they're willing to push to make that money. And then there's a lot of them out there. And I suggest, and I would hope that everyone out here that's in my chat now or hears this in the future really takes this warning. Really look into who you listen to as your information. If it's real, if they're about truth, then their views are not concrete. And with that, what I mean is, the way I see it is, if something happens and they're not found correct, they're willing to admit it. Which actually brings me to a good point. So I did a video and I upload, kind of showing it was the intentions were to express to someone how water tension works. Random thing. Thank you for actually bringing that up. It actually helps me. It reminded me. It was to show water tension. Honestly, I'd never seen that trick. I had never seen this video before. So I put it online, not knowing what it was. The guy in the chat now, Random Things, actually put me up to it, the realization that it was actually a trick, and it wasn't it was a trick and not an actual experiment showing that. Random, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I actually did put in the chat in the comments section that I hadn't seen that and I didn't know. So I do apologize to anyone who believes that I was thinking that was 100% real and or pushing that it is, because I didn't know. But I did also put in the chat that, I didn't know it was a trick. Holy shit. But at the same time, it still kind of gives us the idea of to who I was talking to about it. And I've done that, had to do that before. That to me is what honesty is. Again, was it think about a month or two ago, I was talking about this geoengineering stuff, and I came across a paper that I felt expressed that they were doing geoengineering 100%. And of all people, Brenda came on my panel and said, "You're looking at it wrong. You're not reading it correctly. You're making it kind of sound how you want it to." And I didn't. Obviously you don't want to believe you're wrong. After the stream, I read that thing 4 times and I went, "Holy shit." That next day, I live streamed and apologized. The next time I saw Brenda, I apologized to her. If you're not honest with yourself, if you're not honest with the people you're trying to get information out to, you shouldn't be here. Money, especially if it's your quote-unquote only income, bro Sanchez, will push a narrative. Now, here's the thing. Again, sometimes your views are different. Sometimes, yeah, you may think of ideas and how things work differently based on, your viewership. As long as the truth is there and you're not blatantly lying, I can understand that to a degree. But when you start pushing stuff like giants. Now, when I say giants, we're not talking about these, ancient beings and mud fossil things. I mean, he did add mud fossils and these ideas that are put out there. No, this man was talking about a movie, a video of a Japanese dude that he was pushing to be as tall as buildings. Now, I'm not talking 8 foot tall. I'm talking sky-rise buildings. And his proof behind that is back then when the movie was made, they did not have CGI, therefore they could not have made him look like that. The movie was made in 2006. I don't have to get really into it to make anybody realize how ridiculous that sounds. If you don't believe me, please go to his live streams and listen to his what he calls knowledge. Now, I noticed something, and I've said this dozens of times. I've listened to Bro Sanchez through the time I was a flat earther. I didn't really understand it because I don't really know too much about what he's talking about. So what happens is I can only take bits and pieces of it. But when I hear bullshit, I would like to say, "Hey, red flag to me, sir. Can you explain this better?" Or, "Hey, can I like express to you why I believe what you're saying isn't correct?" That should be more than allowed, right? Right, guys? If anyone believes something I said isn't correct, who is it to me to punish you for that? Now, I was talking about those wrenches before, and this is why I made it a deal. The quarry crater conversation, it's happened before, people. This is why I say he pushes narratives, BS, and is full of shit when it comes down to it. He plays it up. Now, for instance, I am not a big channel. I am nothing. I'm a smidget in the YouTube world. I know that. But for him to say I'm a nobody, him to say that I'm not someone that matters to him. Okay, let's really clear the air then, and fact check me, Bro Sanchez. If this comes across to you, you hear this because I know you on top of the mountain, and I'm way down here. But if you hear about it, you hear what I'm saying right now. Prove me wrong. Let's really get into it. About a year ago, when he first talked about this quarry crater thing, I said the same thing. Bro Sanchez, that's not how it is. I think I have enough information to be 100% correct on the fact that quarries and craters are 2 completely different things. Based on the fact that I've worked in the construction industry my whole life. I've worked in a quarry. I can tell you exactly the shape, the size, and why, and hows, and everything about how a quarry is. Now, I can't tell you everything there is about how to prove a crater, but I can tell you the differences are so distinct that they could not be the same. What did he do? He took my wrench from all his channels, ignored my comments, didn't want to have it, just became someone who despised listening to me. Now, I can go back and look, and I don't know why I didn't remember it, but he wrote me an email back to me about that. Talking about he don't give a fuck what, he is as big as he is because of him, not us, the viewers. Again, I have it. I'll find it so you guys don't think I'm bullshitting. But that's exactly what he said. He made who he is. He made it to where he is based on himself. So when he's out there talking all that bullshit about, we and the group, us, he's being fake. And I can show you guys that. I'm here for truth. So if my narrative sways away from anybody's narrative, is that really a reason for you to dislike me all of a sudden? Because I thought about that. Everyone that I talk to, people that I respect and I hope respect me, the conversation hasn't changed really. I mean, obviously I have a different belief of where we live, but I still have the same questions. I mean, I think it's a globe based on the stuff that I've taken in and can put together, and that's what I've come up with. But my question has never changed. I still got issues with gravity because I don't understand it fully. Things that I have researched still don't add up to how positive everyone is that believes in gravity. It is. It's just the way it is, or just the way it works. I still got an issue with government. Obviously, I still live stream about it. Go back in my streams. Now, there may have been streams where, I felt that I understood or knew something to be making it flat. But even then, I expressed that it was just my belief. I didn't know for sure. I needed to look into it more. Because I was never a flat earth proofs person. Saying you're someone to go to for flat earth proofs puts a big responsibility on your head. Especially if where you're doing it is your sole income, bro Sanchez. Now, when you start talking about that etymology of where the origin of things, understand that people that study those things are very open to the realization that it's kind of like a up and down iffy truth, based on the fact that there's no one around that can translate these things. It's basically a work in progress, right? He talks about it like he knows. And this is the part that I did understand that didn't make sense. He talks about a group of different spiritual beliefs, but at the same time will smash someone who believes in Jesus Christ. Now, how is it that he knows Jesus isn't real, but he believes these deities are? Now, mind you, I don't believe in any creator. But who the fuck am I to smash anyone's belief on that? I personally don't think the whole, every number, every word, every thing you see means something, something completely different. Now, I don't do very good impressions, so I'm not going to try, but I'm sorry. You're able to push this narrative to people that just don't know shit that are on your panel. That's why I had my live stream calling out his panel. Everyone on his panel, they're yes men. Wait, no, not everyone, because I've actually had conversations with a few. Take care, P9. I've had a conversation with a few who I've had great builds with. But there's definitely the few, the 3 or 4 on his every single panel he has, who are yes men. Yep, yep. And I know that because when I went on his panel, they sounded real confident in their beliefs. Fast forward to me calling his panel out, they came on some of them came on my panel. You guys should go back and listen to that because they didn't sound too confident about what they thought. Matter of fact, it went from on their panel to this is how it is, you're wrong, Sean, to changing their whole narrative from I think or I know and this is how it is to my belief it could be. I know I'm not right or I may not be right. I don't know. That was the biggest red flag right there. I knew for a fact those guys are yes men. Because the second Bro Sanchez started talking shit, they start talking shit. They came on my panel, they talking like we're buddies. We're not buddies. Trust me, I have a very good idea now, especially of specifically the flat earthers that I will still ride with, who I have respect for still. Trust me, I've been paying attention. I know. I listen in to live streams now, and there's not a lot, but there are a few where my decision has come up, and to hear people who sit there talking about respecting me, talking about fake this and shill this, I've said it before. I love to hear that shit. Why? Because I want to know the real person I talk to, and that's cool, perfect. And I'm gonna let you guys know now. I will never, ever debate a flat earther on the shape because I don't know. I don't know enough to give you anybody the facts to persuade them or anything. Personally, I think it is a personal view. I think it's selfish for anybody to talk to someone like they're going to convince you. Building's perfect. That's wonderful. Discussions, absolutely. But it should always be an individual decision. Right? But I promise you this, and I don't like doing it, but I'm going to. I'm going to call out all these flat earthers and globers who put truth on the back seat and money to the front. Now, like I was saying, I've had conversations with people for over the past 2 years. I've gotten a really good idea of when someone's bullshitting and when someone is being real. For number one, if you don't agree with somebody, with their beliefs or yours, is that the glue that makes you guys cool with each other? If it is, then they're not your friend. They're not homies. They're not family. It's bullshit. How do I know? You've been exposed, Dreads, my boy. I am by far the closest with him than anybody on YouTube, Discord, anywhere. Why? Because I've always had different beliefs than he has, and he has shown me nothing but respect. When it came down to everything, he was pushing everything he was pushing. He meant it. And again, he likes to coin the phrase, show receipts. You can. Bro Sanchez don't like doing that. He won't show you proof of nothing. It's all he believes all his words are enough. And I mean that on the fact of he's pushed this narrative like he's the leader of this flat earth unity. Fuck that. And it pisses me off because I was part of the person who started flat earth unity. My boy Dreads, he's the one who put that out there. He was the one that said the big channels and the little channels need to work together. He was saying the big channels need to call out or shout out the little channels and make them bigger. He's the one who did that. I'm at 850 subscribers right now. Dreads is the one that did that for me. How? Because I was 0. I had no subscribers when I got here. He's the one who gave me the idea to live stream. He's the one who gave me the idea when I was doing that's for a small period of time. I was doing the shout out thing and I was promoting people that I did panels with. He's the one who gave me that idea. The OBS, all him. Now I obviously have my own mind. I came up with what I wanted, but let's keep it real. Thoughts start somewhere. Now, how is that possible if he thinks evolution is nothing? I believe in evolution. He doesn't. He believes it's flat. I don't. There's hundreds of things that we disagree on. But I got respect for him. He has respect for me, which means when we do have conversation, it's respectful and we can build on it. He can open my eyes to something, maybe open his eyes to something, and they can look into it. Can't do that at Bro Sanchez's. I'm telling you right now, if you don't believe me, try it. Try to just BS a different idea. I guarantee you'll get ostracized on this show. Last time I went on Dreads, after being announcing that I believe it's a globe, he joked around with me. He had some funny stuff to say, and I don't mind that at all. That's what family does. That's what friends do. Because at the end of the day, he still has respect. So, what it is respect. I respect everybody in my chat. I hope you respect me. And if you don't, that's fine. I don't care. It's just a free country. You can listen all you want. You can make your comments. It doesn't matter to me. We're probably not going to have these really, intense good builds that I've had with a lot of people. But, it's what you believe is what you believe. So, it is what it is. I honestly believe if you have a different view than I do, that is the best opportunity to have the best conversation. Because, trust me, two people who believe in everything the same, the conversation gets boring. And it gets boring fast. Not to mention, you guys tell me, should I change my beliefs to what everyone here believes? Or what I believe be talked about? Or, you know what I mean? I should be talking, telling you guys what I believe, regardless of what? Being different? You know what that makes me? It makes me a liar. It makes me, as far as I'm concerned, a bitch. Name one time I've called someone out or talked this mad shit on anybody in my chats or my panel who had a different belief than me. Because that would make me stupid. I'm sorry right now. I'll never live stream again if I catch myself lying, pushing a different belief to appease anybody in this chat. That's not me. I don't do that. So again, like I said, anything and everything I've said today about Bro Sanchez, I can back it up. They're on live streams. You can't deny it. The way he pushes his narrative is different. Go back and listen to it. People that believe everything he says is right and don't do the research for themselves and then go to other places pushing it, it's obvious. It's real obvious because you don't sound confident in the way you believe in it anymore. Don't believe me? Go check out the stream where I called out Bro Sanchez's panel. It's a whole group of men that sound like little boys when they got here. That's as real as it gets. Now, I did get an email from Bro Sanchez. Got it actually about a half hour before I started live streaming. Not last night, when I actually sent it. Because let me remind you guys, if you want to get on his panel, you send him an email. He sees that email because it's on his screen the whole time. The reason he said Sean G is here is because he saw my email. How do I know? Because like I said, I got 3 screens. I can see when he opens up my email. It says checked. So he obviously saw it. I'm thinking, why didn't he bring it up when he decided to call me out? Why didn't he realize that I was exhausted? Because I said that in the chat. I obviously said, let's have this debate Saturday or Sunday. But he because his panel and some of the viewers would, like what he has to say, he wanted to make it out like I was a bitch because I didn't go on. sorry, bro Sanchez, but being a YouTube personality ain't shit to a 13-hour construction day. Sorry. So if you want to really get into exhausted and what you can and can't do and would like to do, you don't do shit, man. I had a day. I had a long fucking day and then an hour and a half drive home. Don't ever disrespect me about if I got off work. You're a YouTube personality. You're no longer someone out to push truth. You're pushing dollars now. So, in the email, and let me let you guys know this now. I actually have not read this email. I'm going to read it as for the first time with you guys because I don't want to bullshit anything. It says, that would be great. Great debate, my brother. But the problem is, it's not fact that craters are quarries. It's just one of my beliefs, but I have many on what craters could possibly be. A better debate would be, is craters caused by meteors, comets, or the cause otherwise? My argument would be that no crater was formed from anything from space, and then you could debate what the craters are caused by objects hitting the Earth. Okay. Here are my issues with that. Go to last night's live stream he did and listen to how he talks about quarries and craters, because he says it in that live stream. How confident, how he knows they're the same thing. That is pushing a narrative, because if he sounded like he did in this email, when it comes to I don't have 100% fact, or what he says, problem is that not fact that craters are quarries. He doesn't say that in his live streams. He wouldn't say that to you guys. So, just so you guys understand where he comes from on it. I'm going to find that email from back in the day, the last time I brought this up, so you guys can see exactly how that man talked to me then. Because a few of you know that I just stopped going over there. It was based on that email that I had gotten at the time. Now, again, I'm not the call everyone out type person, but I'm not a bitch either. And I will not be perceived as a bitch. I will not be perceived as a liar. I will not be perceived as a shill or nothing. I am about truth. I am openly expressing the fact that, hey, my truth may not be the actual truth, but I'm trying to get there. And I'm always willing to fucking learn. Said something in Dred's chat last night when he was talking about, a few other things. He wasn't talking about Bro Sanchez, so don't think that like this was a conversation we were having. He was talking about someone else, I think Nature Boy, but I brought this up, so it was me who brought it up, so no one has to go over there talking about Dred said this, because that's what goes on a lot over there, where they just talk a bullshit narrative. I said, a teacher should be open about not knowing everything. A teacher cannot know everything, and a teacher should always be willing to learn. Then it was, how dangerous it is to have followers without their own minds. Someone who would listen to him or anybody, fuck him, anybody, without, verifying, doing the research and coming to their own conclusion. Because like I said, anybody on YouTube, anywhere actually, giving out information should only be a stepping stone for your idea or for your truth and idea of research. Right? So, so I said, a teacher doesn't consider himself a leader above his students. A teacher should be more than willing to stand shoulder to shoulder with his students and learn everything. I'm no better than anybody in my chat. It's just I decided to live stream. That's the only difference. I am no different than anybody in this chat as to research, because I don't know what kind of research you guys do. I don't know how much time you put into your research. I only know the time I put into the research and the fact that I, myself, choose to live stream. That is the only difference. I may be the only person on this mic right now, so I have the opportunity to talk and rant and get everything I have to say out. But I don't think I'm better than anybody. Well, wait. Yeah. That was a lie. I actually believe I am far better than anyone who's pushing anything besides truth. Anybody who puts that dollar above truth, wait. Because, you know, then I'd hate every damn company in the world. But anyone who will push how truthful they are, anybody who will talk about, you know, how valuable they are to the community, and it is willing to not push truth, I'm better than all of them. Period. This is the way it is. If you're not willing to look into what people are saying, if you're not willing to admit when you're wrong, if you're not willing to realize we are ants on a very large informational area who know nothing, all we can do is start to learn. That's all we can do. We can only take in as much as we can take in for the time we have here on Earth. And that's it. So anybody pushing how great they are, how perfectly truthful and right everything they say is full of shit. Anybody who will go on a live stream, or, you know, push a live stream, talking about this is fact, this is fact, this is fact, and then email somebody acting like, well, brother, you know, I can't push a narrative like that's real because I don't know. That's fucking fake, because you didn't say that in your live stream, bro Sanchez. You didn't tell the people in like the previous emails you've sent me. You didn't tell those people how you got to where you are because of yourself, because of you. Just understand something. Everybody that's in your live streams, who's ever gone to your live streams, bro Sanchez, got you where you are today. You aren't shit. I'm not shit. Dreads ain't shit. Because we'd be nobodies with 0 fucking views if it wasn't for the people that subscribe and keep coming back. Remember that shit. Remember who you disrespecting when you want to talk about how you the general. Nah, motherfucker, I'm the general. And I got that from the people in my fucking chat. I didn't self-proclaim myself anything. So, like I said before, if you want to be real, be real. If you want to be fake, be real about being fake. Because you are talking to a bunch of motherfuckers that don't do research, obviously. You got a panel of people who are just yes men. And they're the worst, because they go out and push your fucking narrative without even knowing what the hell they're talking about. I'm done, people. Talk to you guys later. I'll be back on in a couple hours after I cool down, because I got real fucking information to put out there about what our government's fucking doing, what they're showing us on a big picture with the media, and how full of shit that all is. Everyone in my chat that has respect for me, I've already have respect for you. Anybody who's still with me that are a flat earther, thank you. I owe you everything. Any of the globers that are in my chat right now, thanks for accepting me, I guess. Thank you for helping me with my research to get to where I am right now. All I gotta say is this whole globe flat earth thing is bullshit. I am living fucking proof that globe flat earth don't fucking matter, because I'm cool with both sides. That shit doesn't matter compared to what's really fucking going on. You don't believe me? Come back to my live stream. I'll show you exactly how everything the fucking government's doing has nothing to fucking do with the shape. Deciding what the shape is not gonna fucking save us. Getting out what they're doing and making them accountable for that shit is what's gonna save us. And oh yeah, that has nothing to do with shape. I love you guys. nothing but fucking respect to anybody who rides with me.
But my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises. You ain't stopping this, cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence, I got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm on it, honest, I'm gonna launch quick, then I'm gone. It's just a matter of time before I'm over the climb and moving under my prime. Just quit my 9 to 5, I'm rocking, and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, so stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb.